Okay, so our next goal is to implement these circles, and slowly we also want to implement the game over option. So we need to update the score and update the number of turns we're on. So we do have some work left to do, but things are definitely coming along. And also the gear icon needs to do something like this. We're going to control the volume, okay? And in the future, we could add maybe some more settings and a little OK button, okay? And we want to just continue to implement this app.
10
Okay?
62
Great. So you have a general idea, what we're aiming for.
87
Great. So let's get into it. So let's press Command N, create a new SwiftUI view, which I'm going to call Number Options View. Great. Okay, so I'm going to want a list of numbers, an array of numbers. So numbers int and an answer, which will also be an int. And we're going to create some circles. So we're going to need a circle view. Now, first of all, let's just take care of the missing arguments. So Control Option Command F. And let's enter some values, say 42, 13, 10, 28. And the answer will be the number 10. So it appears in this array. Okay, great. So let's start by creating something called a circle view. And this should conform to the view protocol. Okay, great. And we want a value which is of type int of a specific circle. Let's pass in the answer and a color, type color. And for now, let's just keep this really simple. So let's create a circle with foreground style, color.gradient. Just want to get something out there. And now let's use this circle view. So let's embed this this text in an H stack, and replace this text with circle view with a value and an answer and a color. So the value is going to be numbers 0, not 9, 0. The answer is just answer, and the color will be that blue. And now let's duplicate this. But now I'm going to use numbers 1. The answer is always just going to be answer, and the color green this time. And let's embed this H stack within a V stack. And now let's duplicate this H stack within the V stack. And it's really useful to actually fold the code. Select this. And now let's replace numbers 0 with numbers 2 and numbers 1 with 3. And let's use some different colors here. Let's use red. And let's use orange. Okay. Great. And we'll allow the parent to create the padding. If we want to see some padding now, we could apply it in the preview. But many times I prefer adding the padding in the parent. Because otherwise, if we have padding in the parent and in the child, then we might have double padding, and maybe that's just a little bit too much. Okay, great. So we have something, but definitely this is not sufficient. So first of all, let's start by going down to the preview, and I want to add environment game view model, because we're going to inject the game view model into the circle view. So let's go about doing that, because we're going to make some changes to the model. So environment game view model.self var gvm, and okay, let's do a number of things. First of all, I'd like to embed this circle in a z-stack and present some text. So this will be our value. And it's nice seeing it come to life in the preview. So that's really amazing. And now foreground style will be that white, and that font will be title. Okay, it's looking good. And now I'd like a tap gesture. The user might tap on the circle, and the user might choose the correct answer or an incorrect answer, right? So we have the value, right? The value is what appears on the buttons here in the circles. So if answer is equal to value, then that's good. Else, it's not good. And in any case, regardless of whether or not it's good or not, we want to move on to the next turn. So self.gvm.gameModel next turn. So something is going to change here. So, and this will be important actually. We'll see this in a moment. So now we have to think what happens when we get a correct answer. So we need to update the view model and start by increasing the score, okay? And it's nice that this is just a function. We don't have to write score equals score plus 1. It's located in the game model, and if we want to change the amount that we add, we can always do that. And we want to go to the game view model and play the number. Which number? The answer. Or the value. Which one? Well, they're one and the same over here, okay? The value or the answer. But that's something even worth thinking, you know, should we put value here or answer? I'm going to put answer. It is the same thing. Finally, let's have incorrect sound if we get it wrong. And that's it. Oh no. Oh no.
10,
Okay, so this looks good. So let's go back to the main view. And we see we have this part over here with the Chinese number. So I want to fold this. And right below that, let's enter the number options view. And I think I'll just get rid of the spacer at this point. So number options view. And we're going to have numbers. So that we'll use our view model. GameModel.alternatives, and the answer be gvm.GameModel.answer. Wow, amazing, amazing. Now note that we do have some bug here. See, sh is the number 10 and 10 does not appear here. And that little bug occurred because of our default value. So if we go back to the game model, recall that we have our default game model. And here we're generating 10 different values. So this just doesn't make sense. There's no reason why, 4 different values, excuse me. There's no reason why we would have the number 10 over here. So what I'm going to do, and that's what I originally did, 42, 13, 7, and 10 dot shuffled. Okay, and that's it. And that will solve the problem. So originally this is the code that I used, but then I thought of mixing it up, and sometimes when we think of mixing things up, we introduce a bug into our program. And of course we could have, thought of doing something better than what I just suggested. Okay, so let's see what we have. So just wait patiently for the preview. Okay, beautiful. So now we have the number 10.
10,
Oh no. That was pretty weak.
10,
And this game is pretty weak, right? Because we're not generating any new problem. So we'll fix that quite easily. So I'm going to apply to number options view on change the game view model dot game model, and we need to think, what do we change every turn, whether we answer correctly or not? Well, the answer is in the question. We updated turns, right? We increased turns in every move. And now we have old value, new value, which we're not going to use. And I would like to generate a new problem. And we're not using any of these values, so we can just put an underscore. Amazing. So let's play the game. So 10 is
10
and we have a new problem. Right? Liu, shi, san. San I remember is 3, so it's probably 63. I'm cheating. So now I know this is a 6.
63
This is, I think, a 4. Yeah, 4, 10. So it's 48. Yeah, ba is 8.
48
So. Okay, so we're learning, right? Sun is 3 together with a 10, that's 30.
30
Okay, great. Now this is a never-ending game, and actually I prefer this game.
That was pretty weak.
Oh, I messed up, I guess.
84
Yeah, so it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Actually, I'm really pleased with the result, and we could stop here, but I'm not gonna stop here. Okay, now we have score 5 out of 5. Let's continue.
64
6 out of 5. That's kind of weird.
That was pretty weak.
In other words, our game never ends.
Oh no.
Okay, R is 2,
2
and the score increased, 7 out of 5. Okay, that's a little weird. So the game is supposed to end within 5 steps. Okay, so we need some game over functionality. So we'll move on to that in the next lecture. So have an amazing day, and see you next time.